This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 109, a training program for single tasking and focus, part 2, by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. And I am Dan, I'm your personal narrator, bringing you these amazing entrepreneurial blogs each and every day, and it's kind of like an ongoing audiobook covering the best startup advice out there. And have you tried Email Octopus? They give you the tools you need for email marketing, including customizable sign-up forms, autoresponders, and list segmentation, free for up to 2,500 subscribers. Great if you're just starting out with building an audience or if you have a smaller audience. And right now, Email Octopus is offering Optimal Startup Daily listeners 50% off of their first month. Visit emailoctopus.com/OSD, or you can quote code OSD50 at sign-up. For 50% off your first month of email marketing, visit emailoctopus.com/OSD or quote code OSD50 at sign-up. Now, today's post is actually a continuation from yesterday, so if you're new here, you should probably listen to yesterday's episode first. That's episode 108. But if you're all caught up, let's continue this article as we optimize your life. A training program for single tasking and focus, part 2, by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. The micro skills. There are lots of micro skills you can practice, and you'll find some of your own as you adjust your practice based on mistakes and continued learning, blocking Facebook when needed, for example. But here are some that I recommend practicing. 1. Pick several important tasks to work on today. Each morning, or maybe even better the night before, you can pick 3 important tasks to focus on for the day or the next day. What tasks will move the needle on your important projects or important areas in your life? You might have a million to do, but just pick 3. You can always pick 3 more if you finish those early. 2. Pick one of those important tasks. In the morning, pick one of your 3 important tasks to focus on first. Yes, they're all important, but you'll get to the others later. For now, you can only do one. Pick one and focus on that. By the way, after you finish your 3 important tasks, you can decide to focus on smaller tasks, like answering email, paying bills, replying to messages, etc., for half an hour or whatever you need. They're valid things to use for your focus training sessions. 3. Set yourself to do that task with focus. That means that you're going to do nothing but focus on this task. You're going to use it as a practice session. You might set a timer. You're going to practice the micro skills in this section with this task consciously and not switch. 4. Clear a space and make this feel important. That means clear a physical space, however clear you can get it in a minute or so, and clear your computer of whatever you don't need. Turn off your phone. See this as a really important training session worth using up some of your life instead of just a mindless task to get through. 5. Set an intention. As you get started, set an intention for how you want to practice. Examples: I want to be fully present as I read this article. Or, I want to practice focus deliberately as I write for 10 minutes. Or, I'm going to do this task with love in my heart for the people I'm serving. The intention is a way to remind yourself of the way you want to show up for this focus session. 6. Have only the tools you need open. That means closing all apps, turning off your phone. You don't need a million things open to do this task. There's just you and your yoga mat, just you and your writing app, just you and your book. 7. Notice your urge to put it off. When you choose a task to focus on, you will often have an urge to put off starting. Notice this urge and pay close attention to how it feels. It's an urge, a moment of uncertainty and discomfort, and temptation to do something easier or more certain. It's nothing you can't handle and not a reason to run. Stay with your task instead of switching to something else, and stay with how the urge feels in your body. 8. Stay with it for just 5 minutes. Focus with complete devotion to this task for 5 minutes. You can lengthen to 10 or 15 minutes after mastering the 5-minute session. 9. Watch your urge to switch. As you do your focus session, at different times, you'll often feel an urge to switch. You don't need to switch just because you have the urge. Sit with the urge, meditating on how it feels, staying with it as you did with the urge to put off the task, which was number 7 a moment ago. Let the urge get really strong and realize that it's nothing to be afraid of, nothing you need to run away from. 10. Take a short break and then mindfully come back. Try setting a timer for your focus session. Then when it goes off, set another 5-minute timer and take a break. Then come back to the task and do another focus session. You don't have to do this every time, but it is a micro skill to practice. 11. Mindfully immerse yourself in the task. As you do the task, try to be fully immersed in it, having your mind fully in the task and/or the physical sensations you feel as you do the task. This means noticing when your mind is wandering and coming back. There's nothing but you, your body, and this task. 12. Find gratitude when you finish, as well as during. As you're doing the task, you can feel gratitude that you're able to do it. Gratitude for being alive, for being able to serve someone you care about by doing this task, for your growth as you practice focus. And as you finish your session, you can feel gratitude that you were able to focus, even if only for a little while, and that you furthered along your task or finished it. Amazing. These are some of the micro skills that I've found important to practice. After years of working on these skills, I can confidently say that I'm much better at them, though there are times when I need to remind myself to practice, of course. Is focus and single tasking something you want to get better at? Is it important to you? Will it serve you and the people you serve? Then set yourself to a training plan today. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled A Training Program for Single Tasking and Focus by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. And thank you to Gusto. Instead of reading a script about Gusto's payroll and benefits, we wanted to tell you what small business owners say, the people who use Gusto every day. Here's what one business says. With Gusto, I think of payroll as a 30-second job. The website is so friendly and a joy to use. Friendly payroll? You don't hear that every day. Amy from Utah says, I love Gusto so much. They do our medical, dental, vision, and life insurance. It's so painless. It's like going to the spa. And we have great options and rates, even though we're a super small team. Health insurance? Like going to the spa? Wow. And here's what Amneet says about Gusto's support team. Whenever something comes up, I reach out and literally 24 hours later, they tell us what to do or assure us that they've already handled it for us. Smart technology and friendly humans? Now that's cool. Honestly, the list goes on, and right now our listeners get 3 months free when they go to gusto.com/OSD. Yep, 3 months of payroll, benefits admin, and more totally free. Again, that's gusto.com/OSD. gusto.com/OSD. And that concludes Leo's post from yesterday. And if you're not familiar with it, Zen Habits is about finding simplicity and mindfulness in the daily chaos of our lives. It's about clearing the clutter so we can focus on what's important, create something amazing, and find happiness. It has over 1 million readers and was named one of the top 25 blogs by Time magazine. And if you enjoy Leo's work, come check out our other shows where we narrate even more of his content since he writes on so many different subjects. You can find all of our shows by searching for Optimal Living Daily wherever you get your audio, and then hit subscribe or follow in the podcast app of your choice to get new episodes automatically each and every day. Or you can come by oldpodcast.com to see all the shows we have, plus much more, and I have that linked in this episode's description. And that's going to do it for this weekend here on Optimal Startup Daily. Hope it's been a good one for you, and I'll see you back here tomorrow as usual. That's where your optimal life awaits.